Hello, my name is Sydney, and today I am going to be doing a BookTube-A-Thon, TBR, and haul. So I'm starting with the haul, and the reason I'm putting it in this video is because some of the books that I'm hauling today will be in my BookTube-A-Thon TBR. If you don't know what the BookTube-A-Thon is, which you probably do at this point, but it's an biannual booktube event where everybody gets together and they try to read 7 books according to the challenges listed on Ariel Bisset's channel, and I will link her video down below. So let's get started. That's a big old box. This box just came in the mail a couple of hours ago, so I'm really excited to get it opening it. Let me get some scissors. I'm trying not to stab myself. Okay. Got all my books. And I will talk about the books that I've hauled as I bring them into the BookTube-A-Thon TBR part of this video, which starts now. So there are 7 reading challenges for the BookTube-A-Thon, and they change every year, but this year they are challenge number 1, read a book with a person on the cover. For this challenge, the book cover's falling off. Okay. For this challenge, I will be reading, or rather finishing reading, A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. This is the 3rd book in the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. I started reading this book, I don't know, it was probably like 2 months ago, and I've been like inching through it ever since. I am on page 584, and there are about 680-ish pages, so I've got about 100 pages left, and I'm like, okay, I can finish this for the BookTube-A-Thon. I kind of feel like I can't fully immerse myself in other books until I finish this one, so that's why this one is number 1 on the list. Number 2, read a hyped book. For this one, I will be reading Gemina. Rather finishing Gemina. You're going to sense a theme here. There's a few books on this list that I'm in the middle of that I'm just trying to finish. So it's kind of like I'm using this BookTube-A-Thon to finish up all the books I'm sort of in the middle of. But let's see, Gemina, I am on page 138 of 659. And Gemina, if you don't know what it is the 2nd book in the Illuminae trilogy, or the Illuminae Files trilogy. And I started reading this book, oh my gosh, it must have been last fall, like October-ish sometime, and I really enjoyed it so far. I just kind of put it down, I guess because I was no longer in the mood for it, or because I wanted to read something else, but not because I didn't like it. So I'm excited to get back into this one. Number 3, finish a book in one day. And for this, I am going to be reading Wires and Nerve by Marissa Meyer, who is also the author of The Lunar Chronicles. If you can see on the back there, those are the Lunar Chronicles books. This is the first of a 2-book graphic novel situation. I think it takes place between When Winter Happens and When Stars Above, which is the novella or the short story collection, and Winter is the final book of the quartet. I don't know, there's 4 books in that series. The main character is Aiko in this, which is the little Cinder, the main character of the series Robot Pal, and it's a graphic novel, so there's all kinds of little pictures here, and I just scratched my face with the book, ow. And so I will be trying to finish this book in one day, which hopefully shouldn't be too hard because it's a graphic novel, and yeah, I am really excited to read this book. Number 4, read a book about a character who is very different from you. For this, I am going to be reading a book that I picked up in the bookstore, and I read maybe the first 3 chapters there, and I didn't want to put it down, but I also didn't want to buy it just yet because this was back when I was in Seattle. I didn't have enough room in my suitcase to bring back more books. So I ended up ordering it online, and that's why it came in the mail today. But this is The Complete Persepolis by Marjan Satrapi. Sorry, I probably butchered that name. This graphic memoir is about the author's childhood in Iran, I believe. Yeah, in Iran during the Islamic Revolution, and all the things that she's learning, and kind of how the Islamic Revolution is affecting her childhood. And the first 3 chapters of this were excellent so far, so I can't wait to finish reading it. And apparently there's a movie about this, so I'm gonna have to check that out soon. Number 5, read a book completely outdoors. So for this, I'm going to go with A Wizard of Earthsea by Ursula K. Le Guin. This is a high fantasy novel, the first of a series called Earthsea, and I've been wanting to pick up this book for a while because I've recently been getting into epic fantasy. I've been reading a lot of urban fantasy, especially in the YA genre, but I've been wanting to expand that recently, and so I believe this is a good start. I read the first 12 pages, so I am not too far into it, but so far it kind of reads like a fairy tale, which is really cool in terms of how the narrator narrates the story. A Wizard of Earthsea, this is the book I'm going to try to read completely outdoors. I'm not sure where outdoors I'm going to read this. I don't have a problem necessarily with reading it outdoors like a lot of people seem to. It's just I don't really have a particular, like my backyard doesn't have any furniture in it. and there are a lot of bugs out there. I just have to find a place to read this outdoors, and this is a pretty short book. It's not even 200 pages, so I hope I'll try. We're gonna figure some things out. Number 6, read a book you bought because of the cover. So in the same bookstore in Seattle that I bought that, A Wizard of Earthsea, I also bought Sailor Twain by Mark Siegel, or The Mermaid in the Hudson, I guess is like an alternate title. Now this book is also a graphic novel, but I was looking at it and I saw sailor. Okay, there's one word. We've got mermaids, we've got captains and ships and stuff. So I'm like, okay, this is right up my alley because I love nautical things. As you can probably see, I've got my little ship here. Over here I've got my mermaid, little cast iron mermaid statue, and up there I've got a mermaid poster. This is, and then, oops. And then in my bedroom I've got like a kind of bigger ship, like probably about this big. I'll show that maybe in another video, but I love ocean-y types of things, so I saw this and I'm like, I definitely have to pick this up. And I don't really know a whole lot about it, but I'm excited to get into it. And number 7, read 7 books. It's kind of ambitious, of course, to try to read 7 books in the week. It helps that you have a lot of short books, a lot of graphic novels that can help speed that process up. But, you know, what's a challenge without a challenge? I don't know. But anyway, the 7th book that I'm going to be trying to read during the BookTube-A-Thon is The Kind Worth Killing by Peter Swanson. And I heard Brandon the Book Addict talked about this on his channel, and the way he described it was like, well, he did a really great job describing it. And so the next time I went to the bookstore, I looked for it and then I ordered it online. This was also part of my haul, and so I am just really excited to get into it. Apparently it's about, I'm not going to be able to explain it as well as he did or even as well as it is written on the back cover, but it's about these 2 people who meet on a flight from London to Boston, and you know, they're a little bit tipsy from drinking at the bar, and the guy casually mentions that he wants to kill his wife, and the woman is like, how can I help? And so they go back to Boston and they start planning how they can kill her, and I'm just like, wow. I guess it's kind of like a thriller suspense situation, so I'm really excited to pick it up. Ugh. Let's try to get that in there. Woo, yeah. Got my 7 books here. Yeah, so this is a lot of pages to try to read during the BookTube-A-Thon. I don't honestly know if I'm going to be able to complete them. It's a good thing, you know, like for example, the biggest book here, I only have 100 pages left, so that's a little bit less scary. I'm not sure if I'm going to do daily vlogs or anything. I'm not going to do any of the video challenges, I don't think, but we'll see. But I will definitely update you guys on how many pages I read by the end of this and if I completed any of the challenges. If you guys are doing the BookTube-A-Thon, let me know down below, and I wish you the best of luck, because yeah, we're all gonna need it this week, I have a feeling. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe for more content to come, and I will see you next time. Bye!